Hello trader, this is a multi-time frame analysis on AUD, USD and dollar yen. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have in both of these instruments. Starting with dollar yen, we can see that dollar yen currently started to trend from this support level. If we look at the bigger picture on dollar yen, we can see that from the bigger picture perspective, from this resistance line, there is a big drop on dollar yen to this support level, and with the drop what we can see the market currently in that zone where there is a high liquidity. And what I think that as we can see dollar yen started to bounce from that monthly support level, we can expect further upside as it is a historically bull market. We can expect for this market to go ahead and retest this monthly resistance line. If we look at the weekly chart to see how the market is evolving, we can see that from the weekly perspective, there is a weekly bullish candlestick pattern formation here. And there is a gap open as well from the weekly perspective on dollar yen. And from this gap open, we can see the market is slowly bouncing back to the upside and expecting after a retest for dollar yen to trend again to create a new higher high. So we can expect also from the weekly perspective dollar yen to remain bullish. If we look at the daily chart, where we can expect for the market to potentially break this structure, as we can see that there was a liquidity grab back to back two important daily candlestick pattern formation. After the gap opened, the market had a breakout, and with that breakout expecting for this price to go ahead either to break this important resistance line or even breaking that here to grab liquidity. This is a monthly resistance, but I think that after initial pullback here on the lower time frame, we can expect dollar yen to go back up to retest that resistance line. 4 hour time frame on dollar yen, we can see that in this lower time frame, this is a bull market as well, forming series of higher low here. And with that series of higher low formation, here is what we can see. There's a gap open. The market is forming every session higher low, and with that higher low formation on dollar yen, what we can expect for the price after this retest to bounce back up, to continue to rise again, to create a new higher high. As soon as we will find suitable entry on dollar yen, we will be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Now let's look at AUD USD. Let's see what kind of trading opportunity we have. Now looking at the monthly chart on AUD USD, we can see that from the monthly, this is also strongly bull market. There was a gap open here on the monthly perspective on AUD USD. Now with that gap open, the market had a bounce, and with that bounce, what we can expect after this pullback for the market to continue to rise to create a new higher high. If we look at the weekly chart on AUD USD, we can see that from the weekly, this is the weekly narrow candle formation. And what we can see, there is a strong breakout followed by weekly doji. And this week we can see the market open with a gap. After this initial pullback, the price again moving back to the upside to create a new higher high. So we can expect this market now potentially to bounce back up to break any of this important weekly resistance line. If we look at the daily chart on AUD USD, we can see that from the daily, there is a daily bullish engulfer cross that 10 and 20 EMS smoothly, and with that crossover, the market currently breaking to the upside, and we might see that after this bounce pullback consolidation, the market potentially to trend again to create a new higher high on AUD USD. Now looking at the intraday perspective from 4 hour time frame on AUD USD, we can see there was a drop here followed by consolidation. The market had a strong breakout pullback, and it is in a bullish trend at the moment on AUD USD. The price grabbed liquidity multiple times in that area, and with the liquidity grab, what we can expect in this market to potentially trend again to create a new higher high. As soon as we will find suitable entry on AUD USD, we'll be looking for going long with a high probability trade setup. Traders, if you enjoyed this education and analysis, make sure you give a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in my next analysis.